LDBC, this is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison, and you're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Boxing and MMA Show Live. Okay, guys, today's show, or this particular show, I'm going to talk about Korryn Gaines, okay? And, a lot of you have heard that this is the young woman who was shot and her son was injured during a shootout with the police. People, when I see a person as young as Korryn, lose their life, I kind of have to think, and it really brings back a lot of horrible memories for me. Korryn reminds me of one of the athletes that I used to train. And, I made a video, the 3 sons and 1 daughter. I made the video. And Korryn reminds me of the 1 daughter. And this is one of those kids that, they didn't make it through the program. They didn't quite make it. And, I had always prided myself of, helping kids get through and, change and turn people around. And she reminds me of a young lady who had every bit of potential in the world, but, life was just taken too short. And guys, I want to educate some of you guys. Because, see, when you look at this woman in the car and she's getting pulled over by the police, a lot of people are being very judgmental. A lot of people are being very, very judgmental on this person, A lot of people just being very judgmental. And, I've seen a lot of the comments, they call her, a ghetto hoe, a hoochie, a unintelligent black bee. I've heard so many things, but see, a lot of you and people really don't want to look at the fact that this woman had severe mental issues. And, and the police, they should have automatically recognized that. They should have recognized that this woman should have, been actually getting a lot of mental health assistance. But for whatever reasons that, people in her family, the guy she was dating, and I'm sure that he really didn't care because he was looking at how pretty she was, and the guy ran out of the house and just left her there to really deal. And I guess, in his mind, maybe he was thinking, what, I tried to talk some sense into her. I tried. But I just couldn't talk any sense into her. So he got out, and I guess he saved his daughter and saved himself, But a lot of people are being very judgmental on this woman she's very mentally ill. And I've got 20 years experience in this. I got so much experience with these kind of individuals because this is who I pattern. This is who I work with. This is who I work with. This is who, like women like Korryn Gaines, these are women that I pulled into my program where they were young then at the time. And I actually rehabilitated them because the parents could do nothing else with them. And, I was thinking to myself, what other dreams did she have? What else did she have? See, what was she? Because, see, I think there was a point in her life where she did see happiness. But when you look at her face and, when she was talking, she was reciting the poetry, all I can see is, you look into the eyes. And you look into the eyes and there was a lot of pain. There was a lot of depression. And there was a lot of stress in those eyes. And you can see it. Even though her face was pretty, you can see that the spirit within her, it just wasn't stable. And see, so many people, we're passing judgment on people like this. And a police officer should have known. He should have known that, we're not dealing with the loose cannon. And we're not dealing with a proper cannon. We're dealing with the loose cannon. And this cannon can fire off at any minute. See, I think police officers, they do need training to understand the mentally unstable. And this woman, I can tell you right now, if she was given an evaluation, I can promise you without a shadow of a doubt, and the coach means he can promise you, that this woman had a lot of mental markers. Like for one, defiance. And see, we understand, you get your tags, your tags are taken and you're not supposed to drive. But see, when you're dealing with the person who really does have deep mental issues, depression, sadness, okay, they're not, they're not thinking clearly. They're not thinking about the laws. Korryn Gaines was trying to live day to day. That's what she was doing. She was living day to day. But nobody really took the time to look at this woman. This woman is young. She's had a lot of things happen to her. And I can look and tell, man, this woman, I can even imagine, man, this woman probably done been the constant victim of sexual abuse. mental abuse, physical abuse, and it's already proven her boyfriend used to beat her up. This woman was in a state, man, of darkness. She was in a state of darkness, man, and you can see the darkness all over her face. I feel bad. I feel really bad. I don't agree with everything and how she tried to handle the police, and I don't agree with what the police did, because the police really did kill a woman who, I can tell you right now, you may say, well, she broke the law and she had control of her faculties, but really, when you're dealing with a person that's mentally unstable, no, they don't. That's why they're mentally unstable. For some of you people that will, come to the video and make dumb comments, and please don't make a dumb comment, because this ain't funny, because this woman died in this stuff. This woman died in this stuff, okay? This woman lost her life in this, okay? So please don't come here and making those stupid, illogical comments. This woman died in this, okay? And I can tell you right now, she wasn't mentally stable. Because mentally unstable people, they do what she did. They handle it the way she did. And I almost even want to think, just even by the way she talked, even by the way she, voiced herself, I even think she even had some autism that was undiagnosed. You see, I wonder how many people around Korryn Gaines, they thought that, oh, okay, I love her. But nobody really thought enough to say, you know what, there's something wrong here. There's something wrong. They probably sat back and they probably passed judgment on her. And I'm probably sure they probably sat back like many of the people in the society, the people that watch this video subjectively instead of objectively. They're watching this and they're looking at this woman and saying, this woman is out of her mind. This woman got what she deserved. That's what people are saying. And I'm thinking, who the hell are some of you to pass judgment on somebody when the things that in your own closet, in your own house ain't even right? And some of y'all can't even, some of you can't even keep your husband happy. You can't keep your wife happy. Some of you can't even, you lost the respect of your kids, your son, your daughter, your mama, your daddy. You know what? They don't respect you the way that you need to be respected. And you're sitting here and you're passing judgment on this woman. And it's a shame on some of y'all. You see, some of y'all don't even have the heart. Y'all don't even have a heart inside y'all chest to give a damn about anybody else but yourself. Some of y'all don't have a heart. Some of you never had a heart. You don't have a heart for people. And that's why some of you stuck into the darkness and the despair that you're sitting in right now, because you ain't got a heart for nobody but yourself. See, she reminded me so much of this young woman that I had to watch. I had to watch her get buried. Remind me so much, because you know what? The mom was so out of it. And I'm real emotional about this. The mom was so out of it that, Coach Shelton Harrison had to go down and identify the body. See, I had to go down there. I had to walk down, this person that you used to see every day, you mentoring, you see this person making changes in their life. And Coach had to go down and identify the body. You see, that's why, I really, this hits home to me. See, this hits home. See, yeah, I know people want to talk about, she did this, she shouldn't have said that to the police. And you're right. There's a different way to handle it. But for somebody who don't have the mental capacity to even govern herself properly, that's not how it is. And she couldn't control it. I guarantee, I promise you, any psychologist in the country, if they would have had the chance to psychologically psychoanalyze this woman, they would have already put it in writing. This woman has severe mental issues. I promise y'all, Korryn Gaines, I'm pretty sure, and I'm almost 100% sure, because I've seen this thing before, y'all. I done seen it so many times. I can tell you if a woman been abused, sexually abused, mentally abused, verbally abused, physically abused. See, Korryn Gaines showed signs of every last one of those. And there's no telling, this woman probably, she even showed signs of acting like a rape victim. Because you see how aggressive she was toward the men? And immediately that police officer, they should have got a woman police officer in there. And I promise you, probably would have made a difference. They should have called the family in to try to talk this woman down. They should have. The females that she respected in her family, they should have tried to call, man, to talk this woman down. Because I know this woman didn't want to die. And people keep saying, well, she wanted to die. She didn't want to die. But she don't have control of her faculties because the woman is mentally unstable, and she was. And people, that's just the way that is. It ain't, somebody taking her up and doing it. No, man, this woman, her mental issues go deep. And for people to sit back and judge this woman and just sit back and just judge and judge and judge, just like that pastor who's sitting down talking about that, that it was okay for all those gay people in that nightclub in Miami to get killed. Okay, who the hell made you God, and who the hell made you executioner, and who the hell made any of you jury? This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I feel bad for that little boy, because that little boy gonna grow up, and guess what? The same spirits that was on his mom, the same spirits, it's gonna come on him, because he saw his mama murdered. That boy gonna have a lifetime of anger, and he's going to need professional help. I'm done.